Good afternoon, everyone. Dakota from Dakota's Den. How's everybody doing? Today we're going to talk about Trump and how we got here where we are today in this crazy mayhem that the Republicans are causing. Now, I don't usually talk Democrat and Republican. I try to stay in the middle, but the time has come. The time has come, everyone. Dakota has to step up. I have to step up and say everything that's going on in America is wrong. The Trump administration is just screwing up everything. Musk is going along for the party, just trying to line his pockets. We have people online who are just being ugly and rude to each other. So we're going to talk about the ugliness that's happening right now with the different cultures because of Project 2025. And we're also going to talk about how we got here in regards to voting. And we're going to talk about how we cannot get here again, okay? That's going to be the most important takeaway from this video. So the next election, which is 1,041 days away, yes, we have to think ahead while we're dealing with what we're dealing with. And I don't know how we're going to deal with this Trump and Musk situation because they seem to be able to do anything they want. Nobody wants to stop them. They're surrounded by a bunch of henchmen, a bunch of yes men, a bunch of brainless, spineless men and women who don't seem to want to stand up to this administration, because if you do stand up to the administration, then you will be fired. I mean, how do you stand up to the most powerful man on the planet and the richest man on the planet? How do you do that? And Democrats, listen, us little people, we can vote, we can strike, we can, talk on YouTube until we're blue in the face, but we need the Democratic leaders. You're the only ones who can fix this. The Democratic leaders. I don't know how, but Trump can't fire everybody. So I'm not going to get all up in a tizzy because everybody is emotional. Every newscaster, every YouTuber, it's just going crazy. So I was looking at YouTube and TikTok, especially TikTok. I was, looking at some of those things over the weekend, and it is just ugly, everybody. It's just ugly. You have the Hispanic women yapping it up. You have the black women yapping it up. You have this Hispanic men just going crazy, acting like women, getting all emotional. You have the black men. They talk, but I don't know, they seem to be like laid back with it, but they need to start laying up with it. And then you have the white men who's just sitting there sipping their coffee, just ho-hum, ha-ha. Nothing's bothering me, all y'all suckers. And that's the way it is. Now we have I saw a lot of Latino women. They're online. Oh, we don't need nobody. We don't need, black people think we need their help. We don't need it. We don't need your help. No, we're a proud people and we don't. You do need our help if you ever want to see the United States again, okay? And then we have black women on YouTube and TikTok saying, that's what you get. That's what you get, bitch. You know you shouldn't have voted for Trump. Don't you read? Can't you? Wait, and then we have the white women on the TikTok and the YouTube, and they're the most vicious. They're sitting back saying, bitch, I don't feel sorry for you. You shouldn't have voted for him. Don't be on here crying, acting like your family's going to be leaving and you're going to miss your grandmama. We don't feel sorry for you. Bye, bitch. It's just crazy. Do you think, I know women are more emotional, but do you think we all mean all this hatred? Do you think we mean it? Listen, it's the only fault the reason America is in the situation it's in. Yes, a lot of white people voted for Trump. Yes, the Latinos voted for Trump. Yes, and one or two black people voted for Trump. Yes, but ultimately, the reason that we are in this situation is because of Trump. It's not because of the Latino woman on TV running her mouth, or the black woman coming back at her, or the white girl sitting back like, y'all bitches. It is not that. It's Trump and his 2025. Do you guys, all these executive orders that he's signing, and he's getting photo ops for them. You know, he's sitting there signing, oh, Mr. President, we thank you for doing that. Yeah. You're welcome. It's just a photo op. But all these executive orders that he's signing is Project 2025. That's a 900-page document. And personally, I want to go through it because, you know, I need to do some matching up because this is just crazy. I mean, I don't know if I can do anything to help the problem, but you know, I can sure inform myself because we do have a future, people. It's not going to be like this all the time. We do have a future. So, you know, we are so divided. Divide and conquer. And, you know, but I just said something. The people who were deported, will they ever be able to come back? Well, I guess they have to try to come back the right way, through the front door. You know, so I guess that's something that you might have to work on. And those of us who are left here in America to deal with this mayhem, it's not easy for us either. Listen, we're going to have to start dealing with higher grocery prices, higher car prices, higher egg prices, higher gas. We're going to have to, you know, and personally, my taxes just went up. I got a letter from my water company. It's going up 25%. That's a lot. So if it's $100, I got to pay $125. That's a lot. Cars are going up approximately $3,000 per car. I need a new car. So we here in the DEI, do you guys know that only 4% of black people actually benefited from DEI? So mostly white women benefited from DEI. So now what's going to happen? Nothing. If I go for a job and I'm interviewing and then I have a white lady here interviewing right next to me, she's still going to get the job. Whether I have a PhD and she has a high school degree, she's still going to get the job. So don't get so upset over DEI. But I know it's a big thing. Just like there's no more funding now for Black History Month. Now that is really sad. That really, that's disturbing. It really bothers me. But like Dr. Umar Johnson said, we don't need funding. We can celebrate it ourselves. And what we need to start doing is having just like we have Thanksgiving and Christmas, we should start having our own Black History dinners. I mean, that we really should. But yeah, it's a crazy place we live in, and the prices are about to go up. Now I'm going to explain to you how we got here with the voting situation, okay? The terms of the voting, the policies and in the voting that got us here today. But I did get some breaking news today. I got some breaking news. It's a little bit of a break for us. Donald Trump had a telephone conversation with Claudia, the president of Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum, and they talked and they came to a negotiation. So you know Trump was going to give Mexico 25% tariffs, but he's not going to do that anymore. He fell back on it. He's not, I mean, for now, he's not going to do it. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, but for now, he is not going to put tariffs on Mexico. They negotiated, and here's what they negotiated. The Mexican president, Sheinbaum, she said, listen, I will bring 10,000 troops to the border to help. I will give 10,000 troops to the border to help, and in return, you have to stop guns from coming from America to Mexico. That's the negotiation. America can't even control the guns that they have here now. So if they manage to do that, what does that tell you? Right? The Fifth Amendment is alive and well. That's what it tells you, no matter what. So, with that being said, the 25% tariffs to Mexico has been cut right now. But Canada, they're still fighting with Canada. So that's that. Okay, so how did we get here? How did we get Trump for president as opposed to Harris? And we all know somehow Putin helped Trump get into office, but I don't exactly understand how. Did he give him a big lump sum of money? Is that what happened? I don't quite understand how. I know Trump gave Musk, Elon's vice president, I know he gave $250 million. So this is where I think some of that money might have gone. Or will be going. Okay. 90 million people did not vote in the last election. Did you guys know that? 90 million people. That's a lot of people. The House is set to now, the House is set up now so that we may never have another Democratic president, at least not in my lifetime. I mean, they did it. A Democratic president is not, we're not going to see that anytime soon. We are not. And that's sad because we're supposed to be a democracy, but they took over everything. The Republicans did. And it's not that every Republican is bad, because I know, because I watch TV and I read the news. There's a lot of Republicans and there's a lot of people that voted for Trump that are mad as hell and want him out. Okay, so with that being said, remember, fewer than 50% of voters voted for Trump in this last election with Trump and Harris. Fewer than 50% of voters voted for Trump. It was 1.1% difference in the votes between Harris and Trump. And that 1.1% pushed Trump to the top. Now, there's something called the SAVE Act. And the SAVE Act will be implemented next week, which will require, now this is the SAVE Act, it will require voters to show passports or birth certificates every time you register to vote, every time you update your registration, or every time you move. You have to show a passport, which we know a lot of people don't have passports. A lot of people don't travel. Now remember, I said it first. Here's my passport. I just got it updated last year. So get a passport. Okay, so the SAVE Act means that you'll have to use your passport or you'll have to use your birth certificate to register. And as we all know, say young people, right? They don't know what their birth certificates are. They come to us, Mom, where's my birth certificate? And we know they don't have passports. I mean, my kids have passports because their dad is from another country, but a lot of people's kids don't have passports. They don't even get them until they're 30, 35 years old, until they get married and want to travel with their new wives or husbands. So a lot of the younger voters don't know where their birth certificates are. A lot of them don't have passports. Old people, a lot of times can't find their passports. They're up in the attic somewhere and under some dust. And then you have married women who may change their names, who might be stuck in the loop for a moment until they can change their passports. And as we know, well, as I know, a lot of black people don't have passports. A lot of inner city black people don't have passports. And that's a fact. A lot of us do, but a lot of us don't. Okay, so actually, this SAVE Act, it was implemented back in July, but it was blocked by Biden. Biden said, no, you don't have to have a passport and you don't have to have a birth certificate to vote. No. So Biden blocked it, but it's coming, but Trump's bringing it back. Now check this out. Remember the wildfires back in back in California just a week ago? Our man Trump, he leveraged voter ID as a requirement for California to receive assistance for its wildfires last week. He leveraged that SAVE Act. And why would he do that? Because he knows that the midterms are coming in 2 years, and this way he know he'll win LA, California, Los Angeles, California. He know he'll win. So that's what he used as leverage for the fires. What about just helping because that's what you're supposed to do? I'm telling you, this is a money world. It is not a black world. It is not a yellow world. It's not a brown world. It's a green world. And anybody who don't know that, you better start to know it. It's all about green. Okay, so everything I just told you about the passports and the birth certificates, what that is called is modern day voter suppression. Modern day, remember the word SAVE Act, those 2 words. Modern day voter suppression. Straight out of Jim Crow. Straight. I'm trying not to get upset. Okay. Let me take a deep breath. Let me have a sip of coffee. I mean, it's just so emotional. I don't want my kids to grow up in a world that has gone 100 years backwards. You know, I want them to be able to thrive. Okay, anyway, modern day voter suppression. Yay. Okay, so there's something called the SB 189 bill. SB 189. And it was signed by the Senate, specifically Brian Kemper. And what the SB 189 did is it slashed the number of drop boxes for voting, drop boxes in black and brown neighborhoods. So the SB 189 took away a lot of the voter boxes in black and brown neighborhoods. Okay, and to take it a step further, at night, instead of leaving them out, so people who might work late, or, you know, maybe you're a caregiver and you couldn't get out till late, they took the boxes and locked them away overnight. Who knows? From 8 a.m. to 8 a.m. You know how many people could vote during those times? But they locked them away. SB 189 is not your friend, people. Okay. And to take it even another step further, and this is the worst of all, in some states, it's a crime. It's a crime to offer people who are waiting in long lines in the heat, maybe in Florida or Las Vegas, if you're in the long line, it could be a crime in some states to offer the voters who are waiting in line water and food. SB 189. Now, you're not going to tell me that that is not in Project 2025. That Trump claims. You remember before he won? Check this out.
On the right, severe right, came up with this Project 25, and I don't even know. I mean, some of them I know who they are, but they're very, very conservative, just like you have. They're sort of the opposite of the radical left, okay? You have the radical left and you have the radical right. And they come up with this, I don't know what the hell it is, it's Project 25. And then they read some of the things and they are extreme. I mean, they're seriously extreme. But I don't know anything about it. I don't want to know anything about it.
Well, this is not the kind of claim where I can give you a firm true or false verdict. I can't definitively fact check what Donald Trump knows in his head, but I think there is some critical context here. Our excellent colleague, Steve Contorno, did a deep dive into connections between Trump's administration and Project 2025. And Steve found that at least 140 people who had worked in the Trump administration had a hand in Project 2025, including half of the people listed as authors, editors, and contributors to its big 900-page manifesto document. And Steve wrote that includes 6 former Trump cabinet secretaries, 4 people he nominated as ambassadors. One of them is former ICE chief Tom Homan, who Trump keeps saying as recently as this week he plans to give another prominent role in a next Trump administration. And that's not all. Steve also found that dozens of additional former Trump officials hold positions with other outside conservative groups that are advising Project 2025. So the total.
Now you know that was a lie. I never heard of it. What is it? Yeah. And don't forget, in 2 days, the federal employees have to decide if they're going to take that buyout, the buyout with no money, the buyout that would only be good for someone who was going to retire anyway, not someone who was going to resign. I would never push that resign button, because come March 14th, the government may shut down if they don't come to terms on a budget. And what's going to happen to you? I don't think there's going to be a budget for people who were stupid enough to write resign. It would be gold. That deal would be golden. If you were going to retire in the next, from now until September, you're going to leave anyway. Then you could sign it. You can stay home for the next 7 months, collect your money, accrue your leave, keep your health insurance, keep your life insurance. It would be golden. It would be nice if it was coming from somebody else. If it was coming from Biden or Obama or Clinton but Trump, that's a hard sell. That's a hard sell. It's like a whole bottle of snake oil. So everybody, that's where we are today. We got to stop getting on. It's okay to voice your frustrations, because this is a frustrating time. It is. And every day something new is happening. My phone just popped up, breaking news, but it just flashes across. I can't see what it says. Who knows what it is? Maybe Mexico and United States already threw their negotiations away, and they're going to do the tariffs. You never know. I wouldn't be surprised at anything these days. So that's it for today, guys. Thanks. Thumbs up and subscribe. I would appreciate it. And thank you for all you subscribers who have already subscribed. Okay. I wanted to say this. The photos that you see on the end of my videos, I always put some photos up. They're paintings, and they're paintings that I painted. So if anybody would like to purchase one of the paintings, just leave me a message and we'll talk about it. And I enjoy painting as well. Okay, thank you and have a great day. Bye.